To peel an onion, cut off the stem on the root side. So trim the root side, but do not cut off the core, okay? Because you want to leave the core intact to hold the layer of the onion while dicing. Trim the root, cut off the end of the onion, and remove the peel. When you're done, look at your onion and you will realize that the first layer of the onion is not very particularly nice, so make a cut and remove it. Then you may find a thin skin underneath, so just peel it off. See, right there. The onion is peeled, so now your onion is ready to be cut the way you like it. How to slice an onion? In French culinary art, we refer to this technique as émincer. Let's have a look. Peel your onion. With a chef knife, cut the onion in half through the core. With a paring knife, make 2 diagonal cuts, there we go, to remove the core and discard it. Place the onion cut side down on your cutting board, core side away from you. Make parallel cut to the striations of the onion. Then put it down. Make sure you keep your fingertips away from the blade, and as you see, your onions will be separated and regular. So now your onions are émincés. I'm crying a little bit. That's fine, it's part of the job, and they are ready to be used in your recipe. Diced onions are probably the most common ingredient in savory recipes. Let me show you how to dice an onion, and this is something we call the Ciseler Technique in French culinary art. To dice an onion, when you peel, you want to trim the root off, but you want to leave the core intact. Okay, so we're going to cut the onion in half through the core. And like the Émincer technique, you want to leave the core attached and intact, because the core is going to keep all the layers of the onion together without falling apart. Place the onion cut side down and core side on the opposite side of the knife. Then position your finger, make parallel cut into the onion without slicing through the onion. Okay, so you want to cut maybe 80% of the onion, and you want to make all your cut parallel here, stopping before the core. So make regular parallel cuts. So here I'm doing my cuts small, maybe every 2 to 3 millimeters. Then bring the onion closer to you, because you want to be able to slice through. Hold the onion, make a second horizontal cut, and if there is room, a third one. Now what we have done, we have cut the onion within a grid, okay? But we haven't cut through the core, because the core is holding everything together. Then position your finger on the top and dice it. When you arrive at the end of the cut here, put it down, make more parallel cuts, maybe one more like this, cut, and then cut the sides. So you're going to be cutting around the core. All I have left is the core. If they have used pesticide to grow this onion, most of the traces will be found into the core. Of course, it will be also in the onion, but also the core will carry strong flavor from the onion. So do not put it in your cooking. Do not put it in your soup, stock, and so on. Okay, so cut it and discard it. So depending on how much space you leave between your cuts, you will have smaller, larger cut, same technique, different sizes. Mincing is finer than dice. So to mince an onion, you have first of all to do a ciseler onion, or to dice an onion. Then put the food into a neat pile and place your hand on the left here on the top of the blade and do a rocking motion up and down. Then move the food back into a neat pile with your knife. There you go. And do it again. And keep mincing until you are happy with the result and the size. Don't forget the side of the knife, you will have bigger chunks there. And keep going. This is how you mince an onion, but it's the same technique if you want to mince parsley, garlic, shallot, and so on. The term is mincing, and it's finely chopped. To make onion slices or rondelles, you want to peel an onion and leave it intact on the outside. Then position your finger on the top of it to have a good grip on the onion, and position your finger with the claw position. Then place the chef knife over and cut through the onion to have thin slices. And repeat the operation for the entire onion. So you may make thin or thicker slices. The key is to be regular and to have them round and intact. Then separate the slices. And have fun with them.